You know how you're like thinking about so many things at once and then you start talking and you realize that you're just like rambling on and it doesn't really make any sense because you're not actually talking to someone, you're just thinking out loud. That happens to me quite a bit. Hey YouTube, welcome back to We Sibs, West Coast, East Coast siblings. You guys, You Season 2 dropped on Netflix today, or last night rather. I am super excited. I've seen all of Season 1, got everyone that I know into it, Chris included. So I thought it would be a lot of fun to review Season 2 of You. Now, I am going to be reviewing probably twice a week. So, you know, because not everyone binges everything Netflix, although I did binge Season 1. I was on an airplane and didn't have anything else to do. 2 episodes a week, and this week we're going to start with episode 1. So strap in and get ready. My notes are down here in case I am where to start? Okay, how I feel about it right off the bat, I think it's really, really cool that we have the character that we know and kind of love / hate / are disturbed by, Joe. He's in a new city. He's moved to LA, which is really exciting to me because I am an East Coaster who now lives in LA, so I felt like a lot of the things that disturbed him about LA also I think are weird. So he's in LA. This episode, the first episode of Season 2, is called A Fresh Start, and it's pretty much him talking about oh, the things that happened in the past, but I'm a new person now, and no, I'm not gonna do all these other things. And then of course he meets this girl named Love, and sketchiness and nonsense ensues. I think it's really important to note first that Candice, the girl who we suspect was the first victim of his, is back. And it looks like in this first episode he thought that he killed her, only to find out that he hadn't killed her. She's still alive. She straight up tells him that she wants to kill him. Exactly what happened to Beck is what went down with Candice, so I would assume that, you know, she's gonna play it out. She seems like she's gonna play a game with him, and I think she says something like, I'm gonna reveal yourself to you, and by the time I'm done with you, you're gonna be begging that someone locks you away. It'll be interesting to see what happens between him and Candice. Then we get the introduction of the new You. He's obsessed with, Love. I don't know, to me, I don't like her. Beck, I thought she was likable because you knew, maybe you didn't know someone like her, but she was genuine, you know, she had all these rich friends and she was poor, and she was a dreamer and she was an artist, and she just couldn't get herself together enough. So I felt like she was much more relatable and sweet and kind of a little softer. Love is hyper aggressive. She was after it from day one. Toward the end of the episode, you realize, oh, maybe she wasn't after him as much as he was after her. She was still kind of aggressive, and I don't know, to me, I just wasn't crazy about her personality. But it's only episode 1. We'll see how it goes. He has a new name in this season, so he's moved to LA. The implication is that Candice has chased him out of New York. He's moved to LA. He has a new name, Will Bittelheim or Bitterheim, I don't know, something like that. And he's trying to live this new life. Another thing about Love, I mean, obviously there's so much weight to that name. Her name is Love, and he falls in love with her, and hopefully it seems like in all these trailers that, oh, maybe this is real love. Maybe he meets real love, his real love. Who knows? Can Joe be in love? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about Joe pursuing another girl again, and why. Is he genuinely looking for love, or is it some sort of darker reasoning for him kind of behaving the way that he does with his lady friends? So we're probably going to be talking about Love a lot, because I think watching the first episode, it feels like Love was just too aggressive with him. She kind of finds him out of nowhere. She asks him if Peach looks like a bud. All of these weird things, and then she takes him on a tour of LA, but that got me thinking, maybe Love is a plant by Candice to kind of throw Joe / Will off of his feet a little bit. I would believe that because Candice seems hyper sinister, she is after him. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that Love could be a plant to get Joe trapped, to make him feel comfortable, and oh, maybe he's feeling romantic, and then surprise, Love's gonna be the one who gets you arrested and sent to prison? We also get a little bit of information about Joe / Will's backstory. We see that he's on a pier somewhere, and his mom seems like she's running or something's going on. She gives him a bag and like some, like, I don't know, like a soda or something, and tells him to go play in the sand, make her a sandcastle. And then she disappears. So that seems sketchy. It seems like this season we're going to learn a lot more about Joe. Oh, we know that his name is Joe because his mom called him Joe. So we're going to learn about him, where he came from, and why he acts the way he does. Hopefully. I got strong mommy issue vibes. So I mentioned at the beginning that I'm from the East Coast and I've moved to LA, obviously, West Coast, East Coast siblings. So there were so many like recognizable things about LA in this first episode, which is great because I loved how in the first season New York was such a character. Like the bookstore was a character. They went upstate New York for like vacation to get out of the city, all these different things. So I loved that aspect of the show. So I'm really hoping that they play into that in LA. It looks like they're going to. In this first episode alone, he was at Griffith Park, he was in Los Feliz. So Love takes him on like a tour kind of LA to find like his perfect bite of food. And she takes him to Tacos Tu Madres, which is like one of my favorite taco places in Los Feliz. Skylight Books, she takes him to the movie theater right next to it, which name I can't remember. She takes him to Griffith. She takes him to like all of these places in LA that are very recognizable, especially to the locals. He goes to the Hollywood DMV, like what a nightmare. So I think that's cool. I'm excited to kind of honestly learn more about LA by watching this TV show. Lived there for like 6 years now, still don't. It's a big city. And the show contrasts the attitude and personality of Los Angeles versus New York, so that's cool. At the end of the first episode in season 2, he goes into a storage locker and opens it up, and bam, we see the big glass room from the first season. Somehow he had it moved and somehow it fit into a storage locker in Los Angeles. We'll let that go. We'll lend the disbelief. He opens the door to the storage locker, he goes inside, and there's someone locked in the giant glass room just like Beck was. What is going on? This person isn't anyone we've seen before in the entire series. So that's super random. Who is this guy? Like, is he someone related to Love? Is he someone related to Candice? Is he, you know, like, what is happening here? I think when we see the guy, Will mentions that he had to pay a price, or it was very expensive for him to leave New York and get to Los Angeles. So I wonder if this guy locked in this storage unit has something to do with him needing to get out. At the end of the episode, we kind of backtrack and see all of these kind of major steps that happened in the episode from a different point of view. It was almost like before we were seeing them from how he saw himself versus what he actually did. He orchestrated all of these things so that he could see Love, be around Love. Oh, I like this book. You like this book too. Maybe you want to hire me somewhere else in the bookstore section of the store. Very peculiar. And then you realize at the end of the episode, it was a plan. The question is, why Love? Questions that need answers. So guys, I think that's it. That's all that I got out of this first episode of You. But I know there were like a couple little tidbits that we can kind of get into in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Please like this video if you like this video, subscribe and click the bell so that you can know all about our new episodes on WeSibs. So proud of myself I got that right. Yeah guys, so I think that's it.